Hey guys, welcome back. Hey, I'm just joking. I don't know why I did that, but thank you guys for coming back onto my channel and viewing this video. I'm going to be talking about 10 Netflix shows to binge watch, my 2017 edition. Now I feel like a lot of people ask all the time, whether it's on Facebook, Snapchat, or Instagram. They're like, any suggestions? Like, what should I watch? What can I binge watch? What's really good on Netflix? And not a lot of people have a lot of answers, or if they do have answers, it's like a lot of the same things. So hopefully this video enlightens you on what you can binge watch, like it's binge watch worthy. So yeah, I guess let's just get right into it. So girl, let's get into these shows. My first one would be Stranger Things. Oh my gosh, this show is bomb, okay? This show consumed me from beginning to end, and it took me a couple of days to finish this because I was just so overwhelmed and so into it that literally, girl, like, you gotta watch this like on the weekend. I think they have like 10 episodes altogether and they only have one season, but girl, you will be watching this and be like, what? No, what just happened? Like, you have got to pay attention to this show because I feel like if you look away just for even 2 seconds, you're gonna get really confused and you're gonna be like, what the heck did I just miss? Like, so let me give you a little bit of background to it. It's a Netflix original, obviously, like I said. There's this woman named Joyce Byers, I think I'm saying it right. I'm not really sure. I'm horrible with names, but she lives in Indiana in the time setting of 1983, and her 12-year-old son Will all of a sudden just goes missing. She was at work and her oldest son was supposed to be watching, so her 12-year-old son Will goes missing, and like as any other mother would, she like rushes to get an investigation going on, girl. Like, I mean rushes, and she goes to the local authorities, and as time goes on, she's starting to know that like something isn't right. Like, she's getting all these calls and nobody's speaking, and it's just really freaky. And so as the investigation, I cannot talk worth shit. Okay. As the investigation goes on, they soon unravel like a series of like weird phenomenons and like unexplainable mysteries and like stuff that involves the secret government and like supernatural forces and stuff like that. And then there's this girl. She's really unusual. We don't know where she came from, so it kind of goes in depth with that, but it does deal with her, and she's confused just about with everything, and so she's just caught up all in the mix. But I feel like if you guys are into science fiction or supernatural or just mysteries in general, this would be a really, really, really good show for you guys to watch because, girl, I'm telling you, you will get sucked in. Okay, girl, so for the second Netflix original show that I have, it's called Black Mirror, and it's just a show basically that has standalone dramas in it. I feel like each show has its own unique characters and just a different plot line to each of them. It has a lot of twist plots in each of their shows, but the shows are different stories that tap into the unease of the modern world that had come about. And basically, if you've ever seen Twilight Zone, it's just a rework of it, but it is pretty good. There's some that catch you off guard and that aren't really that interesting, but then there's half of the episodes that are like, wow, I didn't know that. Like, it's really captivating. That's all I can really say about that without giving too much away. The third show that I have is called, and it just came out in February, it's called Santa Clarita Diet. I hope I said that right. Anyway, it's a Netflix original, and basically it stars Drew Barrymore and her co-star Timothy Oliphant. I think that's how you say his name. I'm really bad at pronunciating, as you guys could tell by now. But anyway, basically it's about two realtors who live in a quiet suburban area. It's Sheila and Joel, and they live in Santa Clarita, California, and it's just a really quiet neighborhood. But Sheila goes through this like traumatic and dramatic transformation that literally sends her down a road of destruction and death, girl. Like, it's crazy. I'm gonna let you know that now. And for people who don't like Drew Barrymore, I feel like this isn't a show you could watch because it is a little bit different from what she's done. I know people have seen her in Charlie's Angels, and it's definitely not like this at all. It's more crazy, I guess you would say. That's like the best way that I could put it. But this transformation leaves her feeling so much spunkier, so much alive, so much younger, and it does take a toll on the family's relationship, but they're trying to, how can I put this? They're just trying to accept it. That's all I can say, but I feel like, girl, if you just have a couple of days off or like the weekend or whatever, I feel like you could really get into this show just because she did a good job to me. Honestly, I know a lot of people don't like Drew Barrymore, but she did really good. And I think that's just because she like really tried in this. And I mean, the storyline went pretty well. It's a little bit disturbing, but it's a good show. My fourth one would be a Netflix original. Girl, got you with those Netflix originals. It's called The Crown, and basically it's just a drama chronicle that follows Queen Elizabeth II from back to the 1940s, back to the 1940s to the modern era now. It just shows political rivalries. It has a lot of duty sense to it. It shows a lot of power and family, and the episodes honestly are just so crazy and so intense that they have you sitting on the edge of your seat. It's really nail-biting because you're seeing Queen Elizabeth II from the age of 25 to now, and it's just like, I did not know all this stuff went on, you know, for her to get where she is today. But it really just aims towards the now, and girl, it is intense. Like, honey, when I tell you intense, but it's a good intense. It's not like those bad intense where you're just like, I have to sit through another episode of this. No, it's like, whoa. So my fifth one would be Troll Hunters. It is a Netflix original, and it has parts to do with DreamWorks Animation. I think they did really well with this. It's really cute and just fun to watch. It literally caught my attention, and I was just like, wow, this is so cute. Like, it's different. I've never seen something like this, especially from DreamWorks and Netflix. Like, Netflix is more of like a serious thing, and then they have like a little category for children, and a lot of their children's shows aren't the best to watch, I feel like, but this is a really good one. I would really suggest this. It's more of a family, it's more oriented towards families together. But basically, it's just about a normal boy who finds this ancient relic, and he pulled it from the rubble. And I can't really tell you much, because if I do, then you've watched it. You've watched the season. They only have part 1 on there, though, so that's bad. But basically, there's an underground civilization who is in desperate need of a hero, and so you'll see more into that. But I really feel like you guys should watch this because it is just so cute and just so fun. It's a really fun show, honestly. Okay, for number 6, I really suggest The Ranch. It is a Netflix original. It stars Ashton Kutcher and Sam Elliott along with other characters. I just think those two are the greatest. But I may be acting a little bit biased, but girl, he is good to look at. So basically, here's how the plot goes. Ashton Kutcher comes home from a pro football career to help the family business. Their family's business is on a ranch, and it's called the Bennett Farm, or the Bennett Ranch. And it's basically just all about tough love. You really see a good connection between Kutcher and Elliot, and it's just a great American comedy that stars in Colorado. So I feel like they have about 10 or 11 episodes, I want to say, with one season. But I feel like with that, you could just watch it day to day because it's so cute and so funny, and it's just really captivating. Okay, so for my number 7, I really feel like you guys I feel like you guys should definitely watch Grace and Frankie. It's about Grace and Frankie's husbands, Robert and Sol, who are divorce lawyers in San Diego. Now, their lives are definitely turned upside down, like, just because their husbands announced that they are in love with each other and want to leave their wives. Now, Gracie and Frankie have never been particularly fond of each other, and so now they're forced to live together, just to navigate through the rest of their life that they have, because all they've known is the lovers that they had, and then all of a sudden one day they're just like, bye Felicia, like, I'm in love with somebody else. And they're old and they have like nowhere really to go, but it's a really, really, really cute show. The stuff they go through is just crazy and funny and just real. It's a real heartfelt show, just showing the trials and tribulations that they really do go through. Okay, so for number 8, I really feel like you guys should watch Full House. It is great. I know there have been some reviews saying it's bad and awful and just why didn't they stick with Full House, but I feel like with Fuller House, it's a different sort of plot line almost. It's basically just about DJ Fuller. She's a mother of 3 young boys and recently widowed. But DJ's sister Stephanie and her best friend Kimmy and her daughter move in with DJ just to kind of like help raise the boys and make life a little bit easier, since she'd gone through something so traumatic and felt like nothing was going right in her life. But I feel like, you know, there's so many things that go on in this show that didn't go on in Full House that it's just hilarious. There's a lot of different characters now, but they also brought back the old characters, and I thought that was really great because it not only showed DJ growing up, it just showed the old characters as well and how they're still in DJ's life and how family should be. Alright you guys, so I'm gonna be honest with you. For my number 9 pick, I watched it on and off and I didn't really like it at first because it wasn't really my cup of tea, but as the newer seasons came, it was really funny. I feel like you guys watch it from beginning to end, you guys are going to enjoy it. It is a little bit odd just because it is an American sitcom. It's called Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And it basically just shows 4 friends who are running a bar together in Philadelphia. It is an Irish pub. And they're just trying to find their way through adulthood and with work and relationships, and they're hilarious. Each episode is just so unique and unexpected that it's just unraveling to me. It's just like, wow, I can't believe that just happened. Like, what is going on? And sometimes you can get a little bit confused, but overall it is a good show once you start to get into it, and especially if you like sitcoms. This is definitely one. I wouldn't advise children to watch this because they do have a lot of cursing in it, but for adults and older teenagers, I really suggest you guys watch this because it will have you cracking up. It's just like, wow, like they really just put that in there. But yeah, it's been around since I think August of 2005, so it's been around for a long time, considering now it's 2017 and they just came out with, I think it's season 11. It's just funny. They all have really big egos and they're really arrogant and just, it's crazy. It's a crazy show to watch. So if you've stuck around for number 10, I applaud you because it has been so much. My number 10 Netflix-worthy binge watching episode for 2017 would definitely be A Series of Unfortunate Events. I feel like if you've seen the movie, it's really just kind of like a recap in each episode. The 3 Baudelaire children lost their parents in a mysterious fire, and now the children have to face trials and tribulations going from person to person to unravel, or at least attempting to unravel, some very dark family secrets. The twist in this show, though, you guys, is a little bit better than the movie, just because you get a better insight as to what's going on and if, like, what actually happened to the parents. It goes in so much depth. The first 2 episodes can be kind of slow, just because it does kind of recap the movie. So I feel like if you want to skip to the 3rd one or 4th one, I feel like it really is it's an attention grabber, girl, because I was watching it and I was like, oh, this is okay. Like, I'd rather just see the movie, just because they do have different actors. They don't have the same actors, obviously, but it's really crazy because you're like, oh my god, I didn't know that happened. Like, what? You know, so I feel like this show is just, it's a very well played out show. Because it was in movie form, like I said, it is a little bit different, but I feel like if you guys have the time to watch this, I think it's only 1 season, but if you guys do have time to watch this, I do suggest you guys watch this. Maybe not as one of the first things you watch, but if you try to get into it, or if you have a day off, just try to get into it, and if you don't like the first 2 episodes, like I said, definitely skip to the 3rd. So, girl, that was all of my 10 binge-worthy Netflix shows. That was a lot, I have to say, but I swear you guys will love each and every one of the shows, and if you don't, that's okay, because every viewer's taste is different, and I feel like at least one of you guys will like at least 1 or 2 things from this pick that I have. But I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked any of these shows, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And I hope you have a fantastic day. But thank you for watching. Bye!